My half-sister wanted my room as a Christmas gift and my mother is siding with her, so I took every last decoration and moved out. I live with my mom and her husband. My mom and dad divorced when I was 2 and she and her husband had another kid, my half-sister, 14 years old. I visit my dad occasionally, but not often because he travels for work. Recently, I've grown to like anime and other things, so I asked my mom if I could rearrange my room. Initially, it was plain and depressing, so adding color and many decorations felt good. It took nearly 3 weeks, but it came out super nice and it makes me a lot happier to be in. Last week, my half-sister went into my room while I was visiting my dad to celebrate Christmas early, and she told her dad she wanted my room because it looked nice to her. When I came home my mom told me about her wanting my room and I said no. She said it would mean a lot to my half-sister and I could take her room and redecorate that one. I said no again and that if she really wanted a room like mine, she could decorate herself with their help. My mom said she was just a kid and wouldn't be able to do all the decorations like I did and it would be simple if I just redecorated the other room. I was angry my mom would even suggest I give up the room I had worked hard for and even spend my own money on everything but the paint. Her husband offered to give me money to decorate the other room without spending my money, but I still declined. My mom called me a brat and said I was almost 17 and should grow up, that I wouldn't be in the room any more than another 2 years so it wasn't a big deal to give it up. Her husband called me selfish and said I was crushing his daughter's feelings and that was the only thing she wanted for Christmas. He said, how could you crush your little sister's dreams and be so selfish? I get it's just a room, but I still don't think it's right that I have to give up something I worked hard for because she went into my room without my permission, something they didn't even care to acknowledge. My mom has been trying to convince me to give her the room. And I said if she takes my room, then I'll remove all the decorations. She has been mad at me for nearly 3 days now. I feel like an awful person for letting it get to this extent. Am I the a-hole? Editing. My sister isn't willing to decorate her room with me. I've offered, and she said no. She just wants my room for, I don't know, the reason. And I refuse to decorate her entire room by myself. Update. I've tried all day to get my sister to agree to decorate her own room but she doesn't want to. She's been making a lot of comments, hinting that she would just take my room when I visit my dad again. So I talked to my dad about the whole situation, and he sided with me and said I wasn't obligated to give up my room. I told my mom that even my dad had agreed, and she still didn't care. Update 2. I moved in with my dad, and I took every last decoration down. The only thing that stayed was the painted walls. My mom wasn't happy, she kind of blamed me for everything. She said I was overreacting over a room, and by me leaving I was being a child. My dad is a freaking amazing guy and he let me decorate my room with a lot more decorations.